You're watching Tag TV.
Hello and welcome to Newsweek South Asia, a program that exposes Pakistan's role and nexus in promoting global terrorism and its funding. Here are the headlines. Islamic State bomber kills dozens at Kabul voter registration center. Pakistan-sponsored militants create havoc in Jammu and Kashmir. Terror outfits act as proxies of Pakistan Army, says exiled Kashmiri leader. And religious minorities in Pakistan face persecution by Islamic terrorists. Let's begin the show with Afghanistan, where terror threat looms large. In cowardly and barbaric terror attacks in Kabul and Baghlan province of Afghanistan, over 50 people were killed and dozens have been injured. The attacks claimed by the Islamic State comes ahead of parliamentary and district council elections in the country. Newsweek South Asia has a report.
The Islamic State went on to claim responsibility for the suicide bombing in a voter registration center in Kabul that killed 57 people, including 8 children. Kabul bombing was followed by an explosion in Pule Khumri city in Baghlan province, killing at least 6 people and wounding 5 others. Eyewitnesses in Kabul claim the bomber approached the center by foot, where people were waiting in line to register themselves for the October elections.
قرام کرد ایسا می آمدم دویده آمدم که کلش از یک سر اینجا زخمی افتیدگی بود، کل زخمی ها را بالا کردن رفتیم، کلش مشتوک سیاسر رو بدرم، کلش از خاطر تسکیر گرفتن آمده بود.
در این محل همسایه هستم در اینجا. همین انفجار که کرد که فهمید که من دویده آمدم، گفتم برو که ریاست تذکره را زده. همین دویده آمدم که اینجا 20 نفر زخمی مرد زن از این خود کشکشک کرد میرفت. دیگه اینجا که آمدم که زخمی ها سر در سر افتیده بود. سر در سر که مادر که فهمیده که خود شهید فهمید اولادش در بغلش.
The blast took place in Dasht-e-Barchi, an area of western Kabul inhabited by many members of the mainly Shiite Hazara minority, which has been repeatedly hit by attacks claimed by Islamic State.
بچه من اینجا بود، خودم هم اینجا بودیم، بچه زخمی 6 تا خانه بردیم. اینم اینجا که ما جنازه رو حساب گرفتیم، 10 نفر در این موقعیت بود. 2 نفر سر در سر قد موتورسیکل اونجا افتیده بود.
چرا بیادرکای ما میال 4 نفر از یک فامیل، ما 4 نفر افغان هستیم. به چی دلیل ما به خاطر یک تذکره گرفتن نفتیم؟ ما اینمی قدر میخوایم که فقط چی ما آرام باشه، که ما درس بخونیم و وطن ما آرام باشه.
Afghan election officials have slated October 20 as the date for the upcoming parliamentary and district council elections, which has been delayed a couple of times over the past years. The voter registration process started on April 14 for the polls. More than 7,000 voter registration centers have been set up across Afghanistan to handle about 10 million people. The voters will cast their ballots to elect members of the 249-seat lower house of parliament for a 5-year term. But with the increase in the number of attacks in the country, there is widespread skepticism that they will take place.
یعنی علاقه مندی مردم یعنی اونقدر زیاد به انتخابات نیست، به خاطر که یعنی نسبت به سالهای گذشته و نسبت به یعنی اوضاع و حملات مردمی که ما میبینیم، یعنی بسیاری مردم یعنی به انتخابات نمیخواد که انتخابات بده، به خاطر که روز ما که میبینیم یعنی اوضاع وخیم‌تر شده میره.
The terror attack at election registration center saw worldwide condemnation. Calling it an attack on the democratic rights of Afghans, India called it a cowardly and barbaric act. This is not only an attack on innocent civilians but also an attack on the democratic rights of the Afghan people. Our thoughts and prayers are with the family members of the victims, and we wish quick and complete recovery to the injured. India stands ready to extend all possible assistance, including for treatment of those injured. On several occasions, Afghanistan has accused Pakistan for sheltering terrorists who carry out attack on government installations and civilians. For many decades, Afghanistan remains victim of terrorism and hundreds of civilians lose their lives every year.
Moving on, Pakistan-backed militants continue to create mayhem in India's Jammu and Kashmir state. Recently, the militants brutally killed a local politician and had an encounter with the Indian security forces, which has created fear psychosis among the local people. We have a report.
Militants from across the border have again made an attempt to disrupt peace in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. On April 25th, armed militants attacked the convoy of a local politician identified as Ghulam Nabi in South Kashmir's Pulwama district. 3 people, including Ghulam Nabi and 2 security personnel, were seriously injured in the firing. Nabi succumbed to his injuries while being taken to a hospital. In the Kashmir Valley, political workers have become easy targets for militants in recent years. The police are suspecting Pakistan-occupied Kashmir-based Hizbul Mujahideen outfit behind the attack.
राजपुरा चौक में जो है इस पे मिलिटेंटों ने इसको इंटरसेप्ट किया। शायद उसको इसकी मूवमेंट का पता चला था और वहाँ पे इस पे फायरिंग की गई और इसके पीएसओज भी ज़ख्मी हुए। ये कम कर गया शॉर्टली और पीएसओज जो हैं उनको मजबूत हालत में फर्दर ट्रीटमेंट के लिए आगे रेफ़र किया गया।
किस आउटफिट का होगा ये इस अटैक में?
ये रिपोर्ट्स यही हैं कि एचएम तंजीम ने ये अटैक किया है।
A majority of these militants are being trained in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir and come to Jammu and Kashmir after crossing the border. The Indian security forces carry out operations to flush out these militants from the state. In an encounter that began on April 24th, 4 militants of the Jaish-e-Mohammed outfit were killed by the security forces in Tral sector of Jammu and Kashmir. 2 armed forces personnel were also martyred during the operation. The militants killed in the operation include Omar Khalid, top commander of the Jaish-e-Mohammed outfit. The others have been identified as Ashfaq Ahmad Khan, a foreigner who was the area commander of Tral, and Abid Makbul, a local who had joined militancy around 2 months ago.
Right now, in the encounters in Kashmir, mainly South Kashmir, especially Tral, which is one of the hotbeds of terrorism, while the terrorists are being eliminated, which is a good sign, but we also are taking hits. I think we need to look at that because 2 security people killed while 4 are eliminated. In every encounter you see that some of the security people also get martyred. So we've got to re-examine that so that Indian security forces do not get martyred in the way they are. So that's I think one issue which is there. But the fact is that we are eliminating terrorists is a great plus and shows that the security grid is very much in place and is effective.
Pakistan's sponsorship to terrorism remains a major cause of concern for India and the rest of the world. New Delhi has recently denied having any dialogue with Pakistan and the revival of the SAARC summit because of Islamabad's continuous denial to take any action against terror outfits.
Pakistan is once again trying to revive the SAARC summit this year. India has categorically stated that they will not be participating in the SAARC unless and until Pakistan creates a congenial atmosphere for substantive talks to take place. And creation of a correct environment means that Pakistan will have to stop terrorism, they will have to stop activities which are meant to harm India in terms of drug trafficking, in terms of fake currency, ceasefire violation, and sending in infiltrators into the valley. All this has to come to a stop, and Pakistan has to act in a transparent manner against those who were involved in Mumbai incident as well as Pathankot and Uri. Till date, mountains of evidence has been given to Pakistan. However, Pakistan continues to be in a denial mode. India has conveyed this to UN Security Council, to the Western world, to Pakistanis, all weather friend China, also that talks cannot take place unless Pakistan accedes to these.
We have stated that we are not going to meet Pakistan on any bilateral or multilateral forum as long as Pakistan provokes and promotes terrorism in its country, which is against India. So obviously Pakistan has first got to do something about terror before we go to meetings like SAARC, the summit at SAARC, or any other bilateral or multilateral show.
Be it the Taliban, Haqqani Network, Lashkar-e-Toiba or Jaish-e-Mohammed, Pakistan remains a safe haven for these dreaded terror organizations. Working on the behest of Pakistan's army and intelligence agencies, these outfits are not only creating mayhem in India and Afghanistan, but are a cause of concern for the world.
Let's move on to Pakistan, which allegedly provides shelter to some of the world's most dreaded terrorists, be it Al-Qaeda founder Osama bin Laden or Lashkar-e-Taiba chief Hafiz Mohammed Saeed. They were provided a sanctuary here under the patronage of the Pakistan Army. Many such terrorists are getting training in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, that is POK, and they act as proxies of the Pakistan Army and intelligence agencies. Newsweek South Asia has a report.
Exiled Kashmiri leader Shaukat Ali Kashmiri has accused the Pakistan Army for backing dreaded terrorist organizations like Lashkar-e-Taiba and Hizbul Mujahideen and using them as its proxies. Kashmiri has shown concern as majority of these terror outfits are based in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, POK. They have been receiving training and weapons from the Pakistan Army, who use them as proxies against India and carry out terrorist activities in Jammu and Kashmir.
पाकिस्तान के जो जनरल है ये सिर्फ अपने लोगों को फटा करते हैं, ये बंदूक के जोर पे उनको ताबेदारी पे मजबूर करते हैं। जंगों के लिए तो इन्होंने प्राइवेट मलेशिया बनाई हुई है, डिफरेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, लश्कर-ए-तैयबा, हिजबुल मुजाहिदीन, ये सब जो है वो मिलिट्री जनरलों की प्रोक्सीज है। इन पे किसी पाकिस्तान की सिविल पॉलिटिकल पार्टी का कोई असर सूख नहीं है।
Growing instability and lack of development in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, POK, forced many people to migrate abroad. Kashmiri, who himself living in exile, says this is a deliberate attempt by Pakistan to use the territory for jihadi activities.
70 सालों में हमारे जो ज़राए हैं रस्ल और रसाइल के, जो आमदन के, हमारे जितने फॉरेन रेमिटेंसेस हैं, वो आज़ाद कश्मीर के लोगों की वेलफेयर के लिए, उनकी एम्पावरमेंट के लिए तो खर्च हुए नहीं हैं। ये तो उन्होंने एक जिहादी कल्चर प्रमोट करने के लिए एक कैंप लगाया हुआ है। और फ़लसफ़ा क्या दिया हुआ है कि ये दुनिया आर्जी है, इसमें हमने मर जाना है। एक बेगानगी रख के तो इलाके लेना चाहते हैं, वसाइल पे कब्ज़ा करना चाहते हैं, लेकिन कश्मीरी को कहते हैं ये दुनिया तो आर्जी है, इसमें तुम्हें अच्छे अस्पताल की क्या ज़रूरत है, तुम्हें अच्छी तालीम की क्या ज़रूरत है, तुम्हें इस मुल्क में रहने की क्या ज़रूरत है। पैसे जाके सऊदी अरब में कमाओ, पैसे जाके अमेरिका, बरतानिया उधर कमाओ। एक फोर्स माइग्रेशन है जिसको लोग समझ नहीं रहे।
Pakistan and China are rapidly exploiting the resources in POK and Gilgit-Baltistan by giving access to multi-billion-dollar China-Pakistan Economic Corridor (CPEC) project. Kashmiri warns of dire consequences as CPEC project will marginalize the indigenous people of Gilgit-Baltistan and POK.
दुनिया को ये समझना चाहिए जो आज बिजनेस के लिए कि अब चाइना के पास $1 ट्रिलियन और ट्रिलियन डॉलर्स जो है वो रिजर्वायर हैं और उसके से कर्जा ले रहे हैं, लेकिन वो ये नहीं देख रहे हैं कि अफ्रीका के अंदर या जिन जगहों पे भी चाइनीज़ का इन्फ्लुएंस बढ़ रहा है वहाँ अल्टीमेटली उस आबादी की सेहत सुकड़ रही है, उसके वसाइल सुकड़ रहे हैं, उसकी ज़िंदगी दिन ब दिन महदूद हो रही है। और पाकिस्तान को देख लीजिए कि आज पाकिस्तान का जो समझदार तबका है, जो दानिश्वर है, जो पार्लियामेंटेरियंस है, वो अपने सीरियस कंसर्न का इज़हार कर चुका है सीपैक के बारे में। वो कहते हैं, मतलब असेंबली के अंदर लोग खड़े होकर कहते हैं कि ये ट्रांसपेरेंट प्रोजेक्ट नहीं है, और चाइनीज़ उनको कह रहे हैं कि आप सारे अपने स्टैंड छोड़ के फौरी तौर पे एनेक्स करें गिलगित बाल्टिस्तान।
A part of erstwhile princely state of Jammu and Kashmir, POK, and Gilgit-Baltistan remain under Pakistani occupation since 1948. The people here are suffering in the hands of both state and non-state actors. A majority of them demand freedom from Pakistan's forceful occupation.
In another news from Pakistan, the religious minorities have been facing persecution in the hands of the Islamic fundamentalists. Be it Hazara Shias or Ahmadiyas, they are being targeted and mistreated by the state and non-state actors. We have a report.
On April 22nd, 2 people from the Hazara community were shot dead in a sectarian attack in Quetta city of Balochistan province of Pakistan. In Pakistan, targeted killings of minorities have continued and are being carried out by the Taliban, Islamic State and other Sunni Muslim militant groups for their religious beliefs. Hazaras, whose population is around 500,000 in and around Quetta city, are mainly Shiite Muslim community. Another community which has been facing persecution in Pakistan is the Ahmadiyya. Since Pakistan is home to the largest population of Ahmadis in the world, they have been facing persecution by Muslim fundamentalists who consider them as non-Muslims.
You see, the important point to understand is that the Human Rights Charter assures every human being freedom of religion, which is very important. And freedom of religion has to be respected by all states, by all regimes, by all countries. It's no use a country insisting or emphasizing or trying to pressurize people to accept one faith and reject another. That doesn't go. The world would not accept it. So the Ahmadiyya community is a very peaceful community everywhere in the world. And one of the fundamental teachings of the Ahmadiyya community for its members is to always remain loyal and faithful to the government of the day.
Ahmadiyya community in Pakistan is facing discrimination since 1984, when the then President of Pakistan, Muhammad Zia-ul Haq, brought the Ordinance 20 in the constitution. The legislation restricted the religious beliefs of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, prohibited the reading and the writing of the Quran and building mosques. It also prohibits calling themselves Muslims and threatens prison terms for any individual who in any manner whatsoever outages the religious feelings of Muslims.
In 1984, Zia came and he said, oh, this is not enough. We have to paralyze, we have to cripple the Ahmadis so that they cannot even move, do anything at all. So he came up with this Ordinance 20, you see, and he amended the blasphemy laws, and he also amended C 298, and he added on Article 298B, you know, which if Ahmadis were to use the normal terminologies of Islam, they could be imprisoned for 3 years and fined for 50,000 rupees.
A majority of people facing blasphemy charges are from the Ahmadiyya community. The Lahore-based Center for Social Justice estimated that at least 1,472 people have been charged with blasphemy from 1987 to 2016. Of the 730 Muslim charges, 501 were Ahmadis.
The blasphemy laws were, as I told you earlier on, if I, as an Ahmadi, said that I am a Muslim, that's blasphemy. And I could be hanged for that, you see, or life imprisonment or whatever it is. And you know, nearly 53 of our Ahmadis have been charged under the blasphemy laws. And a lot of them have been, you know, locked up in black cells waiting for their deaths.
Pakistan has forever been an intolerant country, especially for the religious minorities, whether they are Hindus, Sikhs, Christians, or even Ahmadiyas. This is the worst human rights violation which the international community needs to review.
Pakistan has the worst record of human rights. And with that, we come to the end of this edition of Newsweek South Asia. We will be back next week with more news, views and analysis from the subcontinent. Meanwhile, do keep writing to us at nwsa@anin.com. This is Mariam signing off on behalf of the entire production team of Newsweek South Asia. Goodbye and take care.
You're watching TAG TV.